And a very pleasant good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the Boshemer Gymnasium on the campus of Brevard College. Brevard, North Carolina, nestled in the mountains of western North Carolina for this men's basketball matchup between the home team, the Brevard College Tornadoes, and visiting from the state of Virginia, Ferrum College has entered the building. The Tornadoes coming off two straight wins, a 57-49 victory at Warren Wilson, and then a thrilling double overtime 104-98 win over Berea in the USA South Conference opener. So Tornadoes looking to continue those winning ways this afternoon, and that win against Berea can't overstate just how impressive that one was as the Tornadoes gritted it out, a double overtime victory, outscoring the Mountaineers 12-6 in that second overtime to take the 104-98 win. The big star of that one, LB Boyette, individually with 31 points. Alex Wessick had 14. David Seeley had 13 off the bench. Also 8 assists, or check that, 8 rebounds for Charles Reed. So an impressive win last time out for the Tornadoes. And now coming to town, the Ferrum Panthers. Ferrum entering this matchup 4-6 overall, 0-2 in the ODAC conference. They're members of NCAA Division III and members of the ODAC conference. And most recently, Ferrum riding a bit of a losing streak here, has not won yet in the month of December. 0-5 this month, in most recently an 86-55 defeat to Mary Washington, so they'll be looking to reverse that trend. But the Tornadoes looking to keep their winning ways going and see if they can build this win streak even further as we head into the new year, the final day of 2021. And glad you're able to join us for some NCAA Division III men's basketball. Brevard versus Ferrum, about 16 minutes off from the start of this one. And a very pleasant good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome once again to the Boshimer Gymnasium on the campus of Brevard College. Approximately 2 minutes from the introductions of the starting lineups as well as the national anthem, and then the tip-off between Brevard College and Ferrum College, the Ferrum College Panthers out of Ferrum, Virginia, members of the ODAC Conference and Division III opponent. Panthers started 4-1 on the season, 0-5 since, so looking to reverse that trend. Meanwhile, the Tornadoes looking to continue their winning ways. A win over Warren Wilson on the road in non-conference play, and that was followed by a 104-98 double overtime win on December the 11th, last time the Tornadoes were out, so that was 20 days ago. So been a bit of a extended break here for the Tornadoes, but back in action today after that 104-98 double overtime thriller. And that was also the USA South Conference season opener for the Tornadoes. And L.B. Boyette with 31 points in that one. Also Alex Wessig with 14 points and David Seeley with 13 points. And Tornadoes looking for a third straight win this afternoon in non-conference play against the Ferrum Panthers. Tornadoes under the direction of Lee Burgess, assisted by Miles Leathers. Tyler Sanborn in his 5th season is the coach for the Ferrum Panthers, assisted by Carson Long. So the two teams have completed their warm-ups and just moments away from getting started with the pregame formalities and then the tip-off between the Tornadoes and the Panthers here at the Boshimer Gymnasium. So ready to get started here. Tornadoes and Panthers. Ferrum College visiting from the state of Virginia, taking on the home team, the Brevard College Tornadoes. Glad you're able to join us wherever you may be tuning in from. Tornadoes going with David Seeley, Charles Reed, Quincy Carter, L.B. Boyette, and Luke Blaynott as their starters. The Panthers, James Smith Jr., Darius Kemp, Taquan Drummond, Michael Spraggins, and Bryce Hall. And Kemp and Blaynott will tip things off, and it's taken by Smith. And very quickly, the Panthers try to create some transition off the opening tip, but stolen away by the Tornadoes, and Tornadoes will set offensively for the first time. Here's Quincy Carter. Carter defended by Hall. 12 on the shot clock. Here's Charles Reed. He swings it around to Seeley. Blaynott. Handoff there to Boyette. 3 on the shot clock. Boyette pulls up, beating the shot clock, and drains the two-pointer. So foot just over the line there, but good start for the Tornadoes. And Boyette, nice little step back 3. We'll check that long 2 to start the action here. Corner 3 on the way there, no good by Hall. Rebounded by Reed. Reed then pushes it forward to Seeley. Back to Reed. Reed dribbles to his right. Hands off to Seeley. Seeley, top of the key. Seeley, open three-pointer. It's off the back iron, no good. Long rebound there for Spraggins. Up ahead, here comes the Panthers once again, still looking to get on the board for the first time this afternoon. 18:35 to play here, just underway, half number 1. Reverse layup, no good by Smith. Back the other way, here comes Carter on the attack. Tornadoes in the home white jerseys with the blue trim and the blue numerals. Ferrum in the black jerseys with the gold trim and gold numerals. And a three-pointer there by L.B. Boyette. Boyette draining the 3, so Boyette showing some range early on here. An early 5-0 lead for the Tornadoes. All 5 points by L.B. Boyette coming off that 31-point performance against Berea. Answer there, a 2-pointer by Smith. So first bucket of the afternoon for the Panthers. James Smith Jr., the senior from Halifax, Virginia. Three-pointer there is good. Count the three-pointer by Charles Reed. So a hot start shooting for the Tornadoes. 3 of 4 from the field, including 2 three-pointers. And an 8-2 lead for the Nados. Dribbling to his left there was Drummond. And we're going to have our first foul. That'll be against Reed of the Tornadoes. So made it through the first 2 minutes, 38 seconds without a foul until that personal by Reed. Meanwhile, checking in K1 Madden McAfee for Ferrum. He's a senior out of Harrisonburg, Virginia, Harrisonburg High School. So 20 on the shot clock for the Panthers. They will inbounds underneath the basket. Nice double team defense there by the Tornadoes. And some significant pressure being applied by the Tornadoes. Whistle was because a foot was out of bounds that the Tornadoes came up with a steal. So good to see that aggressive, tight defense. Nice little trap there by the Tornadoes defensively. But another possession here for the Panthers. That three-pointer is off the mark. Panthers starting this game 1 of 4 from the field. Reed. Boyette. Boyette hands it off to Reed. Nice little slip pass there to Blaynott. Reed really thread the needle there to find Blaynott. Then a Panther hitting the floor hard. And it's going to be a loose ball foul on the Tornadoes on Carter. So team foul number 2. Another substitute for the Panthers. First look at Thurman Smith, the freshman out of Delaplane, Virginia. 16:45 to play here. Half number one, 8-2 Tornadoes. Butler. Thurman Smith. Kemp. Panthers swinging it around, 8 on the shot clock. Here's James Smith Jr. with the finish and one. Nice take there, individual effort by Smith Jr. Foul there on Boyette, so now 3 team fouls. Kind of coming in rapid succession there, the fouls on the Tornadoes. Meanwhile, Smith will get an opportunity to finish off a three-pointer the old-fashioned way. Free throw up and good. So 8-5 now the score. The Panthers have cut the deficit to 3. Foul there on Jamar Butler of the Panthers. So first team foul for Ferrum. And Tornadoes will reset their offense once again. David Seeley running the point. Here's Boyette. Blaynot was looking for a bit of a give-and-go action to Boyette, unable to connect there, and therefore a turnover by the Tornadoes. Ferrum basketball back the other way. Down low, nice defense. Reed there versus Kemp. Now back the other way. Seeley, well defended there by the Tornadoes in that last half-court set for the Panthers. Here's Boyette with a strong take. And he will get a trip to the free throw line. L.B. Boyette. And our first timeout of the afternoon. A media timeout with 15:42 to play here. Half number one. Tornadoes 8. Panthers 5. Well, the Brevard Tornadoes out to an 8-5 lead to get this one started here on New Year's Eve. Glad you're able to join us wherever you may be tuning in from. L.B. Boyette leading the way for the Tornadoes with 5 points early on. And James Smith Jr. with all 5 points for the Panthers thus far. Meanwhile, Boyette with a trip to the free throw line here misses the front end of a shooting foul 2-shot opportunity. Second free throw up and good. So make it 6 points for L.B. Boyette and a 9-5 lead for the Tornadoes. Tornadoes shooting well from the field thus far. 3 of 5, 60%. 2 of 6. So hitting on a third of their field goals until that shot goes in. So make it 3 of 7 for the Panthers. Darius Kemp with the finish there. 9-7 your score. Seeley gets across the half-court line. Now hands it off to Carter, and that's going to be a foul on the Panthers. Bryce Hall, the sophomore from Franklin County, Virginia. And actually, check that. So an offensive foul. So tough break there for the Tornadoes. That one seemed to be a bit of a bang-bang play. Could have gone either way, but the foul's going to be on Seeley, and so now fouls a story with 4 fouls on the Tornadoes thus far. Carson Evans checking into the game for the Tornadoes, so Tornadoes backcourt of Evans and Reed. In Evans, some nice defense there. Now Reed comes up with the loose ball, and that's going to be a loose ball foul on the Panthers. Kemp with the foul there. Evans hands it off to Carter. Boyette swings it around to Reed. Reed dribbles to his right. Back to Evans. Here's Boyette. Carter from three. And friendly bounce there for Quincy Carter. And the Tornadoes, the land of three has been prosperous thus far. 3 of 4 from beyond the arc. And a 12-7 lead for the Tornadoes. Three-pointer here the other way. James Smith Jr. no good. Tip out rebound. Well done there by Thurman Smith. Second chance opportunity, no good. Rebound brought down by Alex Wessig, who's checked into the game, the senior forward from Lawrenceville, Georgia. Panthers foul. Foul will be called on James Smith Jr. So now 4 team fouls on the Panthers. Side out for the Tornadoes. Reed will do the duties. He hands it off to Evans. Evans. Boyette. Reed. Wessig. Carter. Carter. Trying to take the defender Kemp off the dribble. Well defended by Kemp. Back the other way. Here comes the Panthers. Here's Kemp against Carter. Reed tips that away. Steal for Charles Reed. And then the finish by Reed. What an individual effort on both sides. The defensive play by Charles Reed to come up with a steal. And then the finish, beating the Panther defender, the sophomore from Concord, North Carolina, Charles Reed. And just like that, the Tornadoes ahead 14-7. And then an offensive foul on the Panthers on James Smith Jr. That's his second, team foul number 5. So the Tornadoes playing well on both sides of the court, both defensively and offensively. That last time, defense becoming offense, Charles Reed, and now the largest lead of the game for the Tornadoes, 14-7. And another foul reaching in there, Thurman Smith. And a couple subs now for the Panthers. Xavier Lewis, number 24, also Michael Spraggins, part of the starting lineup, checking back in for the Panthers. So the Panthers trying a number of different combinations lineup-wise. Here's Carter. Reed. Reed trying to thread the needle there, trying to find Carson Evans. Ball bounces out of bounds. Turnover Tornadoes. Each team with 3 turnovers thus far. Fairly clean game in the turnover department between these two teams. Garrett Sutherland is at the scorer's table, set to check in for the Nados. Meanwhile, 12:45 to play here, half number 1. 3-point shot there is good by Xavier Lewis. Lewis, who just checked in, the sophomore from Suffolk, Virginia. After a bit of a drought there, Panthers now 4 of 11 from the field. Wessig unable to convert there underneath. From way downtown, that three-pointer's no good. A second chance opportunity, letting it fly there was Bryce Hall. Strong rebound by Carter. And the Panthers struggling from beyond the arc. Now 1 of 7 from downtown. Evans from downtown, it's no good. And back the other way, here come the Panthers. Sitting on a media timeout next stoppage. Panthers with a second chance opportunity, and now fighting for the rebound there, Wessig and Ladler. And media timeout with 11:28 to play here. So it'll be Panthers ball when we come back. Your score, Brevard 14, Ferrum 10. Back to action here, 11:28 to play here, half number one. And Tornadoes with a 14-10 lead. And Panthers ball underneath. Aiden Gamble has entered the contest for the Panthers. Meanwhile, nice heads-up play there by Chancey Watson, who has entered the game for the NATOs, the junior from Charlotte, North Carolina, Olympic High School. Meanwhile, some half-court pressure there by the Panthers. Tornadoes able to handle it. Watson, Evans able to get the ball up court, and then a foul there on the Panthers. And we're in the bonus now, so these team fouls have added up quickly on Ferrum, and LB Boyette will get a trip to the free throw line as a result. 1-and-1 opportunity. Free throw up and good. Second free throw good as well, so Tornadoes now ahead 16-10. Evans battling there against Gamble. Three-pointer there's no good. Long rebound by Lewis. Lewis defended by Watson. Kicks it out there to Hall. Hall defended tightly by Garrett Sutherland, who's checked in for the Tornadoes. 10:20 to play here, half number one. Shot clock running down. And it'll be a turnover against the Panthers. James Smith Jr. checks back in. He leads the Panthers with 10 points. Check that, 5 points. 5 of the 10 points for the Panthers. Here's Evans. Sutherland. Wessig. Boyette from downtown. No good. Sutherland fighting for the rebound, but he's going to be called with an over-the-back call, as Hall had defensive rebounding position against Sutherland. And now both teams in the bonus, so we'll head back the other way for a pair of free throws, or actually the 1-and-1 variety. And Bryce Hall, his first trip to the free throw line today, looking for his first points of the afternoon, and he delivers with that first free throw. Hayden Castle now checks in for Boyette, so All reserves on the court at the moment for the Tornadoes: Evans, Sutherland, Castle, Watson, and Wessig. Second free throw by Hall, good. 16-12, Tornadoes on top. Here's Evans. Having to contend with that full court pressure once again. Watson and Evans take care of business. Here's Castle. Wessig in the low post, attracting a lot of attention there. Double team proves to be fruitful, and James Smith Jr. coming up with it. Now going coast to coast. James Smith Jr., a freight train from one end of the court to the other. And he draws the foul and the trip to the free throw line. James Smith Jr., senior from Halifax, Virginia. First free throw up and no good. So front end of the 1-and-1 unsuccessful for Ferrum. Sutherland came up with the rebound. Here's Watson. Castle. Wessig. Wessig pump fake, hands it back to Castle. Castle then, nice little bounce pass there to find Alex Wessig threading the needle. Hayden Castle, credit the assist to Castle, the bucket to Wessig, and the trip to the free throw line as well. So Wessig will have a chance to add to his total and to the Tornadoes' total. Trying for the three-point play the old-fashioned way, Alex Wessig, and really nice piece of basketball there. Two of the big men for the Tornadoes getting it done. Hayden Castle, a pump fake to kind of get the defender off balance, and then a beautiful bounce pass to Wessig, and Wessig with the finish. Wessig, the senior from Lawrenceville, Georgia, Mountain View High School, makes the three-point play, and Tornadoes extend their lead to 19-12, matching their largest lead of the afternoon. 9:08 to play here, half number one. Rebound there by Wessig. Wessig hands it off to his trusty point guard, Carson Evans. Here's Watson, back to Evans. Evans finds Sutherland. Tornadoes shooting 50% from the field. Ferrum just 22%. Wessig. 8 on the shot clock. Sutherland. Back to Wessig. Wessig from downtown. Just missing there. And the Panthers will have an opportunity back the other way after the rebound by Ladler. Ladler now swings it around. Reeves has entered the game for the Panthers. Joshua Reeves. Meanwhile, there's Ladler from downtown. It's no good. Evans with a home run ball there, trying to find Castle. And a foul on the Panthers as Evans going deep. You know, the sport of football is on a lot of folks' mind this weekend between the college football playoffs and NFL action tomorrow. And Carson Evans with a deep bomb trying to find his receiver in the form of Hayden Castle. And Castle, like a big tight end, came crashing down, getting a piece of that basketball and drawing the foul. And now an opportunity at the free throw line for Hayden Castle. First free throw up and good. Castle, the senior from Kingsport, Tennessee. Dobbins Bennett High School. Very much the heart and soul of this Tornadoes roster. Tornadoes under the direction of head coach Lee Burgess, assisted by Miles Leathers. 10th season for Coach Burgess, the 3rd for the BC alum Miles Leathers. Second free throw, no good. Back the other way. Bryce Hall leading the charge for the Panthers. Meanwhile, Tornadoes with their largest lead of the afternoon, now 8 points, 20-12, under the 8-minute mark, sitting on another media timeout. Here's Kemp. Reeves. Three-pointer there is no good by Spraggins. Nice job by Watson. Now up ahead, Wessig to find Evans. Evans unable to convert. Great job by Watson to keep that opportunity alive for the Tornadoes. Now back the other way. The tempo has picked up between these two teams. Missed by Spraggins, rebounded by Castle, and Castle says, let's slow this thing down a bit. Hands it off to Watson. 7:20 to play here, half number one. Watson threading the needle there. A beautiful look to Carson Evans. Credit the assist to Watson, the finish by Evans. What a look there by Watson. We've seen a couple of those beautiful passes in this one. The Tornadoes looking sharp in the assist department. The fifth assist as a team. Steal there by Castle. Castle to Wessig, up ahead to Watson, and the finish by Watson. And just like that, a 12-point lead for the Tornadoes. A timeout for Ferrum, the largest lead of the afternoon. The Tornadoes 24-12, doubling up the Panthers. An 8-0 run for the Tornadoes in the last 3 minutes. A Wessig layup and then a made free throw. Castle made a free throw, and then a finish by Carson Evans after an assist by Wessig, and then a finish by Watson after a Wessig assist. And just like that, 24-12. Back to action here after that bucket by the Panthers. Kemp with the layup to end the scoring run for the Tornadoes. The 8-0 run that had built the 12-point lead for the Tornadoes. Missed there by Castle. So Panthers back the other way. Three-pointer there is good. So just like that, Ferrum with 5 straight points after that three-pointer by Bryce Hall. Panthers had really been struggling from beyond the arc. 1 of 11 until that three-pointer by Hall. Meanwhile, Evans back the other way with a finish to stop that mini run by the Panthers. 26-17 your score, 5:18 to play here, half number one. Three-pointer there is good. So back-to-back three-pointers after a slow start from beyond the arc. And just like that, what was once a 12-point lead has been cut to 6. 26-20, timeout on the court, 5:10 to play here, half number one.
Back to action here at the Boschmer Gymnasium. Watson finding Evans. The two of them have been working hard to break this full court pressure by the Panthers and doing well in that department. Meanwhile, the Panthers have cut the deficit to 6 points. Michael Peters is checked in for the Tornadoes. With the shot clock running down, there's Boyette with the three-point attempt. No good. Rebound bounces out of bounds. It'll be Ferrum basketball. And timeout on the court, a 30-second timeout. And Tornadoes had extended their lead all the way to 12 points, 24-12. Then an 8-2 run by the Panthers cut into that advantage. And foul there is going to be called on Michael Peters, so a trip to the free throw line for the Panthers. Watson. Watson taking his man off the dribble, trying to find Peters. And ball bounces out of bounds. It'll remain Tornado basketball, just 7 on the shot clock, 4:02 to play here. A 10-2 run currently by the Panthers has made this a 4-point ball game. Peters trying to find Watson, stolen away by the Panthers. Here come the Panthers the other way. Rebounded there by Michael Peters. Peters hands it off to Watson. And a timeout on the court. With your score, 26-22, Brevard. Back to action here at the Boschmer Gymnasium. 26-22, your score, half number 1. Tornadoes have never trailed in this contest, leading by as many as 12 points. But since that 12-point lead, a 10-2 run has put the Panthers back into this contest, and see if Hayden Castle can reverse that trend as he steps to the free throw line here. First free throw up and good by Hayden Castle. Second free throw good as well by Castle, so 28-22, and Castle heads to the bench. Nice work by the senior. And back the other way, here come the Panthers. Kemp. Butler. Strong dribble into the paint there. And a foul there on Charles Reed. Team foul number 10. So trip to the free throw line here for Hall. Hall now with 6 points to lead the Panthers. Make it 7 points for Hall. Just over 3 minutes to play here, half number one. Tornadoes with a 4-point advantage. Here's Carson Evans. Evans, screen from Peters, then hands it off to Peters. Peters taps it over to Reed. Reed now finds Evans. Evans from downtown, it's no good. Rebounded there by Hall. 2:35 to play here, half number one. Hall from way downtown, that's NBA distance there. It's off the mark. Rebounded by Michael Peters. Michael Peters, dual sport athlete, also a member of the men's lacrosse team. Here's Peters. Peters threads the needle there to Reed. We have seen that several times in this contest. Beautiful bounce passes in between Panther defenders. And this time around, Charles Reed will be rewarded with a trip to the free throw line, but a beautiful piece of offense there, and the precision passing by Michael Peters. First free throw, no good by Reed. Reed with 5 points. LB Boyette leads the Tornadoes with 8 points in this one. Reed is leading rebounder for the Tornadoes with 3. Just over 2 minutes to play. Both these teams really spreading out their scoring quite a bit, but finished there by Thurman Smith. He'll get a trip to the free throw line as well after the and-one finish. Watson checks back in. To start keeping an eye on some of these personal foul situations on the individual side, even though those have been spread out quite a bit. James Smith Jr. of the Panthers does have 3 fouls. Several Tornadoes with 2 fouls, but no Tornadoes with a 3rd foul yet. Reed, Seeley, and Peters each with 2. Trap there. Watson finds Carter. Peters now finds Watson. Watson swings it around to Evans. 12 on the shot clock. Here's Carter. Reach-in foul there by Smith. And that'll be a trip to the free throw line. Double bonus situation. So free throw percentage, certainly a story here as well. What team can convert with all these free throw opportunities? Both teams in the double bonus. As Carter heads to the line, Tornadoes thus far 7 of 11, make it 8 of 12 from the free throw line. Panthers even better from a percentage perspective. 8 of 9, that's 90%. Check that, 89% to be precise. Second free throw up and good. So nice job there, Carter taking care of business. 30-27, Tornadoes lead was as large as 12. Now it's 3. And make it a 1-point advantage for the Tornadoes after that finish there by Gamble. 85 seconds to play here, half number one. Watson up ahead to Carter. Evans. Watson down to the low post to Boyette. Watson fakes out a defender, takes on three other defenders, misses the layup, and now Panthers with an opportunity to have their first lead of the game, and they do exactly that. Fast break finish there by Thurman Smith off the pass by Butler. So a fast break finish there by the Panthers. They've come all the way back from a 12-point deficit. They now have their first lead of the game after Tornadoes led the first 19 minutes of this one. But nice answer there by Peters, and Tornadoes back on top 32-31. Low scoring affair in this one, but we've seen some good half-court offense by both these teams and certainly well played defensively. Three-pointer there, corner three is good. Big-time answer there by Gamble. So Gamble with that three-pointer gives the Panthers another lead, 34-32. Three-pointer there by Watson is no good. Heave there by the Panthers is no good. But just like that, what was once a 12-point lead for the Tornadoes, 34-32. Now your score at halftime as Ferrum has come back from that large deficit to take a lead here at the end of the first half. 34-32 your score. We'll check in with you a little later during the intermission with some first half statistics. Glad you're able to join us here on New Year's Eve. Your score at halftime, Panthers 34, Tornadoes 32.
I'm definitely feeling more confident now than I was as a freshman. I've taken jumps in my academic career, and I've taken jumps in just socializing and getting out and getting to do things I've never done before.
The thing that brought me to Brevard is the experiential learning. I've always been a hands-on guy.
I love it here at Brevard. Over Christmas break, I was itching to come back because I love the area so much.
Experiential learning here is beyond all of my expectations. It has really blown me away with projects that are fun and exciting and all the outdoor activities that we've done.
My financial aid process was very smooth. My freshman year, I came in worry-free, which was amazing because it allowed me to focus on my academics and focus on finding my place here at Brevard.
In Brevard, there's all kinds of things to do, whether it be go up into downtown and look at all the shops, or go up to any of the national forests and hike, camp, anything like that. And that's what I'm into, the hiking, camping, backpacking, the biking.
There's a lot to do outside. It's probably one of the prettiest places on the earth.
And to come to somewhere where it's such a tight-knit community, where everybody has your back, I mean, you're not going to find that anywhere else at bigger schools.
I like to go hang out at the coffee shop, sit outside at the picnic tables, maybe do a little bit of homework there, and just socialize because there's always somebody that I know there.
Brevard does make it easy to come here. The admission process is very simple.
Scholarship day, I came and they had everything figured out for me, and I sat down with the advisor and it was super simple.
I love the faculty. I love the staff. I love the experiential education. So many things speak to me. It screams my home away from home. It's just a great feeling to be on campus, which is why I've decided this is where I'm going to be, this is where I want to graduate, this is where I want my degree to come from.
The Brevard College Wilderness Leadership and Experiential Education program is the most distinctive in the nation. I think one of the reasons why is because it is so focused on experiential education in addition to the outdoor education component. They are developing their leadership skills out in the field with each other.
My internship was on schooner Lynx. She's a 122-foot topsail schooner. She's a replica of an 1812 privateer. My job on Lynx this summer was a deckhand, and because of the skills that I've learned at Brevard College, such as program planning and lesson planning and different techniques to teaching to different ages and different types of people, I was promoted to the job of educator. This summer, my professor, John Buford, knew that I'd be at sea quite a bit, and he really worked with me. And when I would come into port, I would call him, he would always answer. He was really quick to respond with my emails, and not just to say I got your email, but he would talk about what was going on and ask me questions. And it was really cool to have somebody like that to support me for the summer and really help me succeed.
You should come to Brevard College in the Wilderness Leadership and Experiential Education program because you will become a leader, a strong, ethical leader. And that can be applied to any field, anywhere you go, whatever you do in your professional career. And it'll be a whole lot of fun as you learn those skills.
Anybody who is interested in leadership skills and outdoor skills should definitely think about Brevard. It's an incredible place and a great place to be a part of.
Back here at the Boshamer Gymnasium as we head towards the start of half number 2 in this contest between Ferrum and Brevard. The Panthers with a 34-32 lead here at the break. Tornadoes led this contest 24-12 at the 6:49 mark of the first half. But an impressive run from that point forward. 8 straight points at one point, and all told, a 22-8 run by the Panthers have put the visitors into the driver's seat suddenly, 34-32, after the Tornadoes led from the opening tip until about 1 minute to play in the first half. The Tornadoes had not trailed, but Ferrum able to cap off that comeback with a couple of lead changes in that final minute to take the 34-32 lead at halftime. Tornadoes have been led in this one by L.B. Boyette with 8 points on 2 of 3 shooting, including a three-pointer. He's 3 of 4 from the line. Quincy Carter and Charles Reed each with 5 points. Carson Evans with 4 points. Castle has 3 points, and Watson have 2 off the bench as well. Leading rebounder for the Tornadoes, Charles Reed, with 3. Ferrum has been led by Bryce Hall and Aiden Gamble. They each have 7 points. Thurman Smith with 5 points. James Smith Jr. with 5 points as well. 7 different Panthers have scored in this contest, while 8 different Tornadoes have scored. Panthers with an 18-14 advantage in bench points. Each team with 12 points in the paint. Tornadoes shooting slightly better, 10 of 23 from the field. That's 44%. Panthers shooting 11 of 30 for 37%. Tornadoes started off hot from beyond the arc, but then cooled off. Now 3 of 10 from the land of 3. And Tornadoes 9 of 13 from the charity stripe. That's 69%. Panthers have been very efficient with their free throw shooting. 8 of 9, that's 89%. And Panthers started off very cold from beyond the arc. They were 1 of 12 at one point, but made their last 3 3-pointers, 4 of 15 here at the break. And it all adds up to a 34-32 advantage for Ferrum out of the ODAC conference. The Panthers started the season 4-1, are currently on a 5-game losing streak. Have not won in the month of December, 0-5 this month. 4-6 overall, 0-2 in conference play. The Tornadoes have won their last 2 after starting the season 0-6, so sort of a reversal of what Ferrum has gone through in this young early season. The Tornadoes have won their last 2, a win on the road in Swannanoa at Warren Wilson, followed by a double overtime 104-98 win over Berea. Now a 2-point ball game at the start of the second half. Tornadoes moving right to left on your device in the home white. Ferrum starting off in a zone defense. Here's Evans. Carter. Check that read down to Blaynot, trying to find Carter. Ball bounces out of bounds. It'll remain Tornado basketball, 10 on the shot clock. Boyette finding Evans. Carter from downtown. It's no good. Rebounded, lassoed there by Smith Jr. Up ahead to Kemp, and first bucket of the second half for the Panthers. Kemp. So largest lead now for the Panthers, 4 points. Tornadoes led by as many as 12 in the first half. Here's Reed. Evans. Evans taking off multiple defenders, then dishes it off to Blaynot. Blaynot with the finish. Nice job there. First bucket for Blaynot on the afternoon. Luke Blaynot, the senior from Asheville, North Carolina, Asheville School. 3-pointer there in the corner. It's no good. Offensive rebound, second chance opportunity, and one. The finish by Spraggins, nicely done there. His 4th rebound. And the 6'6" sophomore from Halifax, Virginia, with his first basket of the afternoon. Now an opportunity at the free throw line. Good. So now a 5-point lead for the Panthers. Seeley. Boyette. Boyette, pull-up jumper, no good. Rebounded by Kemp. Back the other way, here come the Panthers. Bryce Hall leading the charge. Defended by Seeley. Nice little Euro step there by James Smith Jr. Nifty move there by James Smith Jr. and 41-34, 7-2, the advantage here in the second half for the Panthers, their largest lead of the contest. Carter along the baseline finds Boyette. Boyette for three, it's good. Tornadoes desperately needed that, and L.B. Boyette, the leading scorer for the Tornadoes, able to deliver there. Boyette, the first player on either side to reach double figures. He now has 11. Now back the other way, Jamar Butler with a two-pointer. 6-point lead for the Panthers. Then a finish there by Carter. And Carter will have a chance for an and one opportunity here. Strong take along the left side by Quincy Carter, junior out of Decatur, Georgia, Collins Hill High School. And Carter now able to convert the three-point play. He now has 8 points. Three-point game, Panthers on top. 17 minutes to play here, half number 2. Three-pointer there, pump fake, and then a take along the baseline. Stepping out of bounds there. Looked like James Smith Jr., but there's going to be a foul. It looked like Smith Jr. might have stepped out of bounds, but the call is a foul on the Tornadoes. Blaynot being called for the personal. So it'll remain Panthers basketball. 15 on the shot clock, 16:45 on the game clock. James Smith Jr., some nifty dribbling there, taking on multiple defenders, and he's going to draw a foul. Some athletic play there by James Smith Jr., the senior from Halifax, and he'll head to the free throw line. First free throw up and good. So the Panthers continue some excellent shooting from the free throw line. Now 10 of 11 from the stripe. Until that missed, they're now 10 of 12. 16:28 to play here, half number 2. Seeley, Blaynot, Boyette. And it's going to be a turnover there for the Tornadoes. So tough break there for the Tornadoes. Now over 16 minutes left to play here, half number 2. And back the other way, trading turnovers now. So it'll be Tornadoes basketball. Reed tried to inbounds the ball quickly there, but Panthers had a sub coming in, so we'll do it all over again. Now, Seeley bringing it across midcourt. Here's Carter. Boyette. Reed. Seeley back to Boyette. Sitting on a media timeout. Here's Blaynot. Boyette. And Boyette's going to draw a foul there. Nice job by L.B. Boyette. And he'll head to the free throw line. After this media timeout, with 15:42 left to play, Panthers 44, Tornadoes 40. So back to action here at the Boschmer Gymnasium, 44-40. Panthers on top of the Tornadoes. And LB Boyette now with 12 points, 4 of 5 from the line to lead all players. Make it 13 points for Boyette and a 2-point ball game here at the Bosch. Smith. 4 Tornado defenders had surrounded Smith there. Now pull-up jumper by Kemp, no good. Reed brings down that miss, hands it off to Seeley. Seeley, Carter, Blaynot. Blaynot from downtown, it's no good. Smith now, home run ball up ahead to Kemp. Nice job by Carter getting back defensively. He taps it over to Blaynot, now up ahead to Boyette. 14:55 to play here, half number 2. Here's Seeley. Seeley resetting the half-court offense for the Tornadoes. Here's Carter. Back to Seeley. Seeley from downtown. It's no good. Rebounded by James Smith Jr. James Smith Jr. now dribbling quickly past Seeley. Now weaving his way through multiple defenders. Finds the open man, Aiden Gamble, and Gamble makes the Tornadoes pay with that three-pointer. Gamble now the first Panther in double figures. He has 10. 14:20 to play, half number 2. 47-42. Panthers on top. Boyette, nice job backing down the defender, and then the finish. He backed down Smith. And Smith did his best to hold his position, but Smith will be called for the foul, his 4th foul. So one of the more dangerous players for the Panthers in foul trouble. He will head to the bench with foul number 4. Smith with the 8 points. And Boyette, meantime, leading all players with 15 points. See if he can add to that total here. Misses that free throw. He's 5 of 7 from the line, 4 of 6 from the field. He's hit 2 3-pointers en route to the 15 points. Finish there the other way. Layup from the left side by Gamble, who has suddenly heated up himself. So Gamble now with a dozen. And now some full court pressure by the Panthers. So Tornadoes need to be careful here. This is a bit of a different look we've seen from the Panthers in terms of their full court press. Plenty of conversation down there on the Boschmer Gymnasium playing surface. Now Seeley, a double team trap. Nice job up ahead to Boyette. Now Boyette's trapped. Wessig keeping it in bounds, able to find Seeley, so the Tornadoes able to break the press. Now reset the half-court offense. Boyette hands it off to Carter. Carter from 3. Nice job defensively there. Xavier Lewis, and then a steal by the Tornadoes back the other way, and the finish by Seeley. Nice job by the Tornadoes, catching Ferrum off guard just a little bit there after that missed three-pointer defensive rebound. And Tornadoes able to get the quick bucket there. 49-46 your score, 13:15 to play. Three-pointer no good. And foul on the floor. Will be on Ladler, already the team's 4th foul for the Panthers. And here comes the full court pressure once again, and able to break it there. The combination of Seeley and Reed. Now Wessig finding Reed. Garrett Sutherland is checked back in for the Tornadoes. Here's Carter. Taken away there by the Panthers, Butler. Butler now brings it across half court, hands it off to Gamble. Gamble leading the Panthers with 12 points. Three-pointer there is good. Lewis draining the three. So the Panthers have heated up from beyond the arc. That is their 6th three-pointer made after starting the game 1 of 12 from beyond the arc. They have hit 5 of their last 7 three-point attempts and have extended their lead back to 6 points, 52-46, 12:33 to play. Timeout on the court. Back to action here at the Boschmer Gymnasium. 12:33 to play here, half number 2. Panthers have outscored the Tornadoes 18-14 here in this second half. Alex Wessig taking his defender Thurman Smith along the baseline. The nice defense there. Making things very tough on Quincy Carter was Hunter Ladler. And back the other way, here come the Panthers. Panthers trying to snap a 5-game losing streak. Started the season 4-1, lost their last 5. Rebound there by Garrett Sutherland. Sutherland now with a home run ball to Carter. Carter, Euro step and finish. Quincy Carter. Beautiful piece of transition basketball there. Garrett Sutherland with the long pass, finding the open Carter, and then Carter taking on the defender. Euro step, layup, finish, and 1. And we have a timeout on the court. We'll have the free throw after the timeout. 52-48 your score. 11:54 to play here, half number 2. Back to action here as Quincy Carter heads to the free throw line. Tornadoes 12 of 17 as a team from the line. Carter now with 10 points, make it 11. Carter 4 for 4 from the charity stripe. And a fitting way to finish a three-point play there after a beautiful connection between Sutherland and Carter that resulted in that finish. And Tornadoes cutting the deficit back to 3 points. Three-pointer there is good. So big-time answer there by Jamar Butler. He now has 8 points for the Panthers and a 6-point lead for Ferrum. David Seeley. Sutherland from downtown. It's no good. In and out. Rebounded by Thurman Smith. Second rebound for Smith. 11-11 on the clock here. Half number 2. Three-pointer there, no good. Nice offensive rebound. Crashing the boards was Butler, and then the finish for the Panthers. Now an 8-point lead, their largest of the afternoon. Watson back to Carter. Sutherland, quick extra pass to Seeley. Nice job defensively by the Panthers. Man-to-man defense keeping up with the Tornadoes' passing game. Now, meanwhile, rebounded there by Gamble after the miss by the Nados. 10:25 to play here. And that'll be a trip to the free throw line. The foul's going to be on Watson. And heading to the free throw line will be Aiden Gamble, who has really come alive here in this second half. Gamble now leading the Panthers with 12 points. And that free throw up and good. 12.6 rebounds for Gamble, make it 13 points after that made free throw. Panthers continuing to be efficient from the free throw line. 11 of 13, that's 85%. Second free throw is good as well, so make it 12 of 14 as a team. And now a double-digit lead for the Panthers, their largest of the contest. Tornadoes led this game by 12 back in the first half. A reversal of fortune as of late as the Panthers now lead by double digits themselves. Nice nifty pass there. Wessick finding Carter. Three-pointer is good. Corner three by Quincy Carter. Credit the assist to Wessig. And Carter now with 14 points. Tornadoes desperately needed that bucket by Carter to put the deficit back into single digits. Meanwhile, Carter then called for a foul, his third. Team foul number 4. Hayden Castle checking back in, the senior for the Tornadoes. Carter taking a breather with the 3 fouls. And that's going to be a foul on Wessig as Kemp had position in the low post. Darius Kemp, junior from Norfolk, Virginia. He'll head to the line, his first trip to the stripe this afternoon. And that free throw is true. So Boyette with 15, Carter for 14 points to lead the Tornadoes, Gamble with 14, and Butler with 10 to lead the Panthers. Second free throw good as well. And now a 9-point lead for the Panthers. Stolen away there by Kemp. But then turning it right back over to the Tornadoes. So Tornadoes dodge a bullet there. Now a timeout on the court for Brevard. 9:36 to play here, half number 2, 61-52. Panthers lead the Tornadoes. Back to action here at the Boschmer Gymnasium. 9:30 to play here, half number 2. Boyette, Seeley, back to Castle. Off the hands of Darius Kemp. Kemp's been very active these last few minutes for the Panthers. And you feel like this is a bit of a critical juncture for the Tornadoes. Down by 9, just over 9 minutes to play. Sutherland from downtown, it's no good. Tip out rebound by Castle, nicely done there. Retrieved by Seeley, so second chance opportunity for the Nados. Castle, Wessig. Wessig once again behind the back dribble by Wessig, then taking his defender on the left side. Strong offensive rebound by Wessig. What an individual effort by Alex Wessig. Senior from Lawrenceville, Georgia, Mountain View High School, and he will be rewarded with a trip to the free throw line. .8:51 to play, and that free throw no good as Carson Evans checks in, the sophomore point guard from Charlotte, North Carolina, Butler High School. He replaces David Seeley. So on the court for the Tornadoes, Evans, Watson, Wessig, Sutherland, and Castle. So 5 bench players at the moment, the second unit for the Tornadoes. Meanwhile, back the other way, here come the Panthers. 8:43 to play here, half number 2. Three-pointer there is good. Bryce Hall drilling that three-pointer. And Hall now in double digits with 10. So Butler, Hall, and Gamble, 3 Panthers in double digits. Missed there by Sutherland. 11-point lead for the Panthers. Just over 8 minutes to play. And it's going to be a loose ball foul there. On the Panthers. So bonus situation, and Evans will head to the free throw line. So much as what we saw in the first half where free throws mattered with multiple free throw attempts due to bonus foul situations. And Evans does a nice job there of sinking that first free throw. This is his first trip to the charity stripe this afternoon. And second free throw up and good. So Evans true on both of his free throw attempts. And that brings the deficit back to single digits, 55-64. Tornadoes trailing the Panthers. Three-pointer there, no good. Hall really let it fly there, but second chance opportunity after Thurman Smith tracks down that rebound. Here's Lewis. Lewis taking his time, dribbling to his left. Meanwhile, 6 on the shot clock. Lewis taking on to Evans. Lewis, individual effort there. Another second chance opportunity, offensive rebound by the Panthers. And Ladler will head to the free throw line. So multiple second chance opportunities and timeout on the court. 7:32 to play, half number 2. 64-55. Panthers lead the Tornadoes. Back to action here at the Boschberg Gymnasium on the campus of Brevard College. 7:32 to play here, half number 2, as Hunter Ladler's at the free throw line for the Panthers. Misses his first free throw attempt. Ladler with 4 rebounds, pulled down an offensive rebound to keep that possession going for the Panthers. Makes the back end of his 2 free throws, and once again, the Panthers instituting some of that full court pressure. 10-point lead for Ferrum out of the ODAC conference. Wessig, Sutherland, 9 on the shot clock. Evans dribbles to his left. Hands it off to Castle. Castle gets his defender off of his feet, then unable to draw the foul or convert the jumper. Meanwhile, clock is becoming an issue here. 6:55 to play, a 10-point advantage for the Panthers. And a foul there on the floor, and there'll be more free throw opportunities for Ferrum. We've seen a lot of free throw attempts in this contest. This will be the 19th free throw coming up here, a 1-and-1 situation. Panthers 15 of 18, make it now 16 of 19 from the line, so they'll get their 20th attempt coming here. Tornadoes 16 of 22 from the line. Second free throw good as well, so 17 of 20, the numbers from the stripe for the Panthers. Watson, nifty pass there to Wessig, and Wessig's hammered and will get a trip to the free throw line himself. Foul there on Lewis. Each team with 8 team fouls at the moment. This will be a shooting foul, so 2 attempts coming for Wessig here. First free throw is good. So Alex Wessig now, 3 of 4 from the line. 3 rebounds, 3 assists. Second free throw up and good as well. So now 6 points for Wessig. 6:35 to play here. 10-point advantage for the visitors. Lewis defended by Watson. Ladler loses control of that ball on his way to the rim, taken by Castle. Castle tried to find Watson up ahead, stolen away by Butler. Hall running the point for the Panthers. And it's going to be a foul on Chancey Watson. Team foul number 9 on the Tornadoes. And L.B. Boyette checking back in for the Nados. He replaces Castle. So on the court for the Tornadoes, Watson, Evans, Boyette, Sutherland, and Wessig. And that grouping will try to cut into this advantage, which is now 11 points for Ferrum. Hall now with 11 points himself. Hall's a perfect 5 of 5 from the line, make it 6 for 6, and a dozen points for the sophomore from Franklin County, Virginia. 12-point lead for the Panthers. Watson. Wessig back to Watson. Nice little give and go. Watson unable to hit the short jumper. Back the other way. Here come the Panthers. Little too hot to handle there. Thurman Smith off his body out of bounds. So Tornadoes ball back the other way. 5:39 to play here, half number 2. Tornadoes led for the first 19 minutes of this contest. And it's been all Panthers ever since that last minute of the first half and through the second half thus far. And lead now a dozen for Ferrum. Hall, no good there. Strong rebound by Watson. His second rebound of the afternoon. Here's Boyette. Low post to Watson, and then a block shot there, and he's going to be called for the foul. The entire Panthers bench thought they had kind of a highlight reel block shot there, but foul is called on Butler. And it'll be 2 shots for Watson. Carter and Seeley both ready to check in at the scorer's table for the Tornadoes. Watson misses the free throw. Here come the subs. So Evans and Sutherland will check out. Carter and Seeley check in. Second free throw up and good. So Tornadoes need stops on the defensive end. They want to make this a contest down the stretch. And just what the doctor ordered, a turnover there by Ferrum. So chance now to cut the deficit back into single digits. Once again, full court pressure being applied by the Panthers. Seeley up ahead for Watson. Carter, Seeley. Seeley dribbles to his right, hands off to Carter. Here's Wessig. Watson. Watson able to find an opening there in the paint, but then unable to keep his dribble. Ball bounces out of bounds. Turnover Tornadoes. 4:20 to play here, half number 2. Charles Reed checks back in. He replaces Watson. So Boyette, Carter, Wessig, Reed, and Seeley, 4 starters, plus Wessig on the court for the Tornadoes. 4:08 to play here, half number 2. Nice defensive pressure there by Boyette. Ball bounces out of bounds. It'll remain Panthers basketball. Just over 4 minutes to play here, half number 2. An 11-point lead for the Panthers. Media timeout coming, next stoppage. And the shot clock was running out, bailed out there by a foul were the Panthers. And media timeout on the court, 3:50 to play. Panthers 69, Tornadoes 58. back here at the Boschmer Gymnasium, where the Ferrum Panthers lead the Brevard Tornadoes 69-58, 3:50 to play here, half number 2. Making one of 2 free throws there and extending the lead to a dozen was Darius Kemp out of Norfolk, Virginia. Every possession certainly at a premium this point forward. Tornadoes down by 12. Very little margin for error if they want to come back in this one. Seeley from 3. It's no good. Rebounded by Butler. Butler now with 6 rebounds. He and Gamble each with 6 to lead all players. And turnover there by Thurman Smith. One too many steps, so he's called for traveling, and will be Tornadoes basketball back the other way. 3:13 to play here, half number 2. It's been all Panthers from about the 1 minute mark to go in the first half and through this second half. Boyette, under 3 minutes to play now. Seeley. Nice work in the low post there by Seeley, but unable to finish. And Gamble will come back the other way for the Panthers. Gamble now weaving through defenders, finds an open Kemp. Kemp for 3 and 1. So Kemp drains the three-pointer and drew the foul as well. Largest lead of the afternoon, now 15 points as Kemp draining that three-pointer. Able to draw the foul in the process, unable to convert the 4-point play. Four players now in double figures for the Panthers. Gamble, Kemp, Hahn, Butler. Kemp now has 12. Here's Wessig in the paint. It's no good. Tornadoes have gone cold offensively at a very inopportune time. 15-point lead for the Panthers. Dribble there to his left is Gamble, and Gamble with a pretty finish. Jumper there along the baseline. Extended the lead to 17 points. Ferrum has put the pedal to the metal here when it's counted most. Gotta tip your hat to the way the Panthers have played here down the stretch. An 11-3 run currently with 2 minutes to play here in the second half. Three-pointer there by Boyette is no good. Offensive rebound by Reed, and the finish by Reed. Second chance opportunity. Tornadoes desperately needed that, but at the same time might be too little too late. Now down by 15. 95 seconds to play. Nice job, Carter, defensively, stealing that away. Now up ahead to Reed, and the finish by Reed, nicely done. So back-to-back baskets by Charles Reed. Now a 13-point lead. Just over a minute to play here, half number 2. Trap there, Seeley and Boyette making things very uncomfortable for Butler. And now whistle, it'll remain Panthers basketball. Reset on the shot clock to 20. Now under a minute to play. Trap again, Reed and Boyette. Boyette able to come up with the steal. Boyette with the miss, but the follow by Reed. Reed with the last 6 points for the Tornadoes. An 11-point lead. Panthers chewing some clock here, trying to play keep away. Now 35 seconds left to play, and there's the foul. Hall will head to the free throw line after the foul by Carter. 35.7 left here in the second half, an 11-point advantage. And the free throw attempts will continue. This will be free throw attempt number 26, and it is good for the Panthers. Hall is a perfect 7 of 7 now from the line. Second free throw good as well. So Hall 8 for 8 on the afternoon. Now 14 points. Whistle there. And Boyette will head to the free throw line. Boyette has led the Tornadoes in scoring this afternoon. He has 15. Quincy Carter has 14. Reed has 11. Boyette 5 of 7, make it 5 of 8 from the free throw line. But Ferrum with a strong second half and pulled away late in this one. Now with the 12-point lead, just 31 seconds left to play here. Stolen there by Reed. Reed has come alive this last minute or so, and he'll head to the free throw line. Reed with 11 points. He's 5 of 5 from the field, including a three-pointer, and he leads the Tornadoes with 7 rebounds. Charles Reed, the sophomore from Concord, North Carolina, J.M. Robinson High School. Second free throw, good. 28 seconds left to play. 11-point lead for the Panthers. Foul there on the inbounds. And it'll be more free throw attempts for Bryce Hall, who's already 8 for 8 on the afternoon from the stripe. 14 points. Gamble leads the Panthers with 16. Nine for 9 now from the line, Bryce Hall. And a perfect 10 for 10 from the line for Bryce Hall. He now matches Gamble for a team-high 16 points. Back the other way, here come the Tornadoes. Carter trying to swing it around to Boyette, through Boyette's hands, out of bounds. 13-point lead for the Panthers. Everything at this point pretty much academic, as the visitors are going to come away with a victory in this one. So some final dribbles here, and that'll just about do it. And the final buzzer here from the Boschmer Gymnasium. The visitors from Ferrum, Virginia. The Panthers with a 79-66 victory over the Tornadoes. The Panthers will improve to 5-6 overall, and the Tornadoes will fall to 2-7. Panthers snap a 5-game losing streak. Tornadoes unable to extend a 2-game winning streak. LB Boyette led the Tornadoes with 16 points. Quincy Carter had 14 points. Charles Reed had 12 points and 7 rebounds. Carson Evans with 6 points. Alex Wessig with 6 points, 3 rebounds. Hayden Castle with 3 points. Chancey Watson with 3. David Seeley with 2 to go along with 3 assists. And Michael Peters with 2 points. And Luke Blaynot had 2 as well. The Panthers were led by Aiden Gamble with 16 points and 7 rebounds. Bryce Hall, 16 points, a perfect 10 for 10 from the line. Darius Kemp with 12 points. And Jamar Butler with 10 points, 6 rebounds. James Smith Jr. with 8 points. Xavier Lewis with 8 points. Thurman Smith with 5 for the Panthers. Well, the Panthers shot 45% from the field. Tornadoes 39%. Panthers started very cold from beyond the arc, 1 of 12. Ended the game 9 of 26. So big improvement in that department for Ferrum down the stretch. Tornadoes struggled all night long from the land of 3, 5 of 22 from beyond the arc. A lot of free throws in this one between the two sides. Ferrum 24 of 29 for 83%. And the Tornadoes 21 of 30 for 70% as a team. Ferrum turned the ball over 16 times, the Tornadoes 11. Tornadoes able to capitalize for 16 points off turnovers. Rebounding, the Panthers really dominated in this department. 38 to 24 advantage in rebounds, 8 to 4 on the offensive glass. Each team with 12 assists, 2 block shots for the Panthers. 9 steals for the Tornadoes, 5 steals for the Panthers. Bench points, a 40 to 20 advantage for the Panthers. Points in the paint was pretty even, 28-26. Tornadoes got it done in transition, a 16-6 advantage in the fast break point category. Tornadoes led this game by 12 points, a 24-12 lead with 6:49 to play in the first half. Ferrum came back, took the lead with about a minute to play in the first half for the first time in the entire contest, and then put the pedal to the metal in the second half, a 45-34 advantage in half number 2. Well, the Tornadoes will head into 2022 with a road game back to USA South Conference play at Maryville on Tuesday. That's Tuesday, January the 4th, 2022 at 5 p.m. Then a road trip to Greensboro on Friday the 7th, at William Peace on Sunday the 9th, and then back here at the Bosch, the first game of the new year for the Tornadoes on their home court. That'll be versus Huntington at 4 p.m. on Saturday, January the 15th. Meanwhile, the women's basketball team will be back in action after a long break as well in the new year. So looking forward to checking them out as well. They open as well on the road at Huntington and at LaGrange, but they'll be back here at home at the Bosch on Wednesday, January the 12th. So hope to see you at that one, 6 p.m. women's basketball versus Maryville. Well, want to thank you, NATO Nation, for tuning in the entire 2021 calendar year. It's been a lot of fun to deliver to you all things Brevard College Tornadoes, and want to wish everyone in NATO Nation a very happy and prosperous new year, and want to thank all those behind the scenes who've made all these broadcasts possible. A cast of thousands, but in particular a couple gentlemen who are here tonight, Joseph Marvin and Jamarcus Walker, handling all the numbers and a lot of the behind-the-scenes production to bring you all the action here from the Bosch. Well, your final score for the final time on this final Tornado sporting event for 2021. Ferrum 79, Brevard 66. See you in the new year.
Happy New Year. Go Tornadoes.